All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. My name is Majestic, and boy, oh boy, do I have a fucking video for you guys today. So anyway, before we get into the video, the first thing I want to say is thank you guys so much for the love and support, of course, over the last couple of months. I know I haven't uploaded a video in almost 3 weeks because I was working on the Gears of War 5 review, which I spent a lot of time on, and you guys are really starting to like that video. Thank you guys so much for the support. It does mean a lot, and I will continue to make more well-edited reviews in the future. Anyway, moving forward. Also, another thing I want to say before I get into this video, Mortal Kombat 11, the content's coming very soon. I do apologize, I haven't had time to upload as much, of course, since I was working on the Gears of War 5 video and some other crazy stuff. And I've also been playing a lot of Monster Hunter. If you guys haven't played that game, it's amazing, and I know it's not an excuse, but I've just been kind of doing my own thing, kind of relaxing, taking a break from fighting games for a while just because I'm so burnt out. But I promise you, I know Mortal Kombat 11 has got some updates with variations. I know Arnold's out. I hear he's fantastic. I definitely want to play some King of the Hill with him, and we know Sindel's coming out in a few days. So promise you guys, I will definitely get back into Mortal Kombat 11. No worries, it's going to happen here very, very soon. Anyway, moving forward. So speaking of Mortal Kombat 11, I came across an interesting tweet, and I've actually looked all over the internet for this image, and I haven't found it, which makes me even more suspicious. What the hell is going on? So came across a tweet today. I'm always on Twitter, of course, checking politics, daily news, whatever the hell is going on the topic. And a guy by the name of Boss Logic tweeted out to the young god himself, Mr. Ed Boon. And he said, when is Street Combat? And this was about an hour ago. And I would have completely went past this tweet, of course, if Ed Boon didn't say anything back. So he said, when is Street Combat? And of course, Ed has the way of speaking. He's very, if you guys have been on Twitter, Ed Boon's very social with the public. He definitely talks back to the public. You know, he definitely answers questions. He definitely understands your concerns from Melina and stuff like that. So he's very open with his community. Okay, the Mortal Kombat community loves Ed Boon. He's a great guy. But he's also known for being a big troll, so you can't really take anything he says at heart. So anyway, Ed Boon tweets back and he says, and then in all capitals, sure you can, and then there's a count, but it's with a K, 26. And if you click on his tweet, it shows a 6 engulfed in fire with a boxing glove at the end of it. And it says PS5 at the bottom, and it says Capcom and Sony production. And people are fucking freaking the fuck out. Now, I haven't seen this image anywhere. If this is a fake image, if this is photoshopped, please let me know. But again, Ed Boon is known for tweeting out some crazy shit not being true, but he's also known for tweeting out shit that is 1000% true. And I want to talk about two things that I think could be happening. One, I think, is most likely what's going to happen, and two, it would be really cool if it did happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. So the first thing that I want to say is basically, or the first thing I want to think of is it could be possibly Street Fighter 6, which is a big deal, and I think NetherRealm Studios is going to help with Street Fighter 6, and this is the one that I think is most likely the case. Let me explain why. So the reason why I think NetherRealm Studios is going to help with Street Fighter 6, and maybe that's why Ed Boon's tweeting this out as like maybe a collab for Street Fighter 6, and maybe them having a character in Street Fighter that's like nerfed down, like Sub-Zero or something that's not bloody or gory. That could be a thing that happens, like a collab that way. But I think they're going to help with Street Fighter 6 because, A, if you play Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 11 is a extremely footsie neutral fighter. Anybody that's played Mortal Kombat 11, whether you're big, like a big content creator, whether you play professionally, whether you play it casually, anybody that's played Mortal Kombat 11 for a very long time or just put some time into the game to understand the mechanics and the characters and stuff like that will tell you that the game is extremely footsie neutral. There's only other one fighting game on the planet that's that neutral, but not even in a fun neutral. Like the neutral in that game, to me personally, and this is my opinion, you guys don't have to agree with me, I think it's boring and bland, and that's Street Fighter 5, and that's the whole reason I quit playing it. The only character I really liked was Urian at the time because I played it Season 1 before Akuma came out, before G came out, before Evil Ryu and all the other fucking crazy characters that they've added recently. But I was playing it when like the first DLC character, like Urian, whoever, before Akuma, so before that season ended for Season 1. And I can go ahead and tell you right now that the only reason I played Urian is because he's the one that had like his V trigger, the Aegis reflector. There was a lot of setups that you could do at the time. Like even some gave you massive damage, some gave you some reset potential. Like that character was just nutty. So that's the only character I like playing because he had different shit. Like I like fighting games that are unique in some way, where you have a lot of variety. The only other fighting game that I ever played that gave me that much control, a much variety of my character is Mortal Kombat X, and there hasn't been a game till this day that gives me that much variety. And Mortal Kombat 11 is similar to Street Fighter 5 in a lot of ways with the neutral. Now, Mortal Kombat 11, of course, gives you more options in neutral, such as the way to flawless block and punish people for that, as well as the get up attacks, as well as the rolls. There's a lot of shit, breakaways, like you have a lot of different variety as in playing the neutral, but for the most part it's still a neutral game. There's still a very few strings that characters have that don't have a lot of strings. All your uniqueness and your finesse and your crazy damage comes from the corner, but it's not like anything crazy. It's just like jabbing into stuff. So again, that's just my opinion on Street Fighter 5 and Mortal Kombat. They're very similar in the neutral department, and maybe that's why, but Mortal Kombat does it better personally, and maybe that's why Ed Boon is tweeting this out. Maybe Capcom reached out to Mortal Kombat 11, saw the success of Mortal Kombat 11, seeing how well it's still doing. Mortal Kombat 11 is still doing really good, and they maybe wanted to help. Maybe they were like, hey, can you guys take point on this, or can you show us some shit, whatever. So that's cool. I mean, I'd be okay with that. It'd be cool if NetherRealm Studios was teaming with Capcom to help with Street Fighter 6. That could be cool. Or maybe Ed Boon's just tweeting out Street Fighter 6 just because maybe he's a fan and Capcom was like, yeah, tweet it out. You got a big game, you got a big fan base. Use your platform to promote our game. I mean, I don't know, but that's the most logical one. The most logical thing that I'm going to say is that Ed Boon is probably, NetherRealm Studios are taking point in Street Fighter 6, and they're going to basically help make that game. If Capcom's looking to take the neutral approach and looking at do a game that's super competitive, still has a competitive scene, still going to be at EVO for the next few years, still getting constant updates, that would be the best partnership, honestly. It would be Mortal Kombat 11. So it's still the biggest fighting game I think in the world right now. I don't think any game's over it. Maybe Tekken. Tekken's probably up there too. But still, if they want to make a neutral fighting game, I think NetherRealm's the best bet for them, especially right now, just because of how their game is. That is the most logical thing to me. That's what I think's going on here. But again, it could just be Ed Boon saying, hey, Street Fighter 6 is on the way. We just want to let you guys know. Who knows? Anyway, moving forward. The second thing is, of course, what you guys are thinking is a Street Fighter 5, or not Street Fighter / NetherRealm Mortal Kombat / Street Fighter collab. Which, again, that would be fucking so cool. But I'm going to tell you guys, I just don't see this happening. And let me tell you my theory on why. Again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope Ed Boon says, fuck it. I hope Capcom says, fuck it. It's 2020. Whatever. We're going to fucking do something crazy. We're going to mash the two biggest fighting games from the 90s into one fucking game. That would be mind-blowing. People have wanted this shit for years. So if that's the case, I would be all for it. But if it hasn't happened now, I don't think it's going to happen by now. Now, I know a lot of you guys want to back your points here and say, well, it could happen. Look, we got fucking Predator. Look what we have in Mortal Kombat 11, dude. We have fucking the Terminator. We have fucking Joker. Like, and I agree with you. I 100% agree. I never thought Joker was going to... I didn't ever think another DC character was going to ever show up in a Mortal Kombat game. But after watching the Joker film, by the way, fantastic film, masterpiece, Oscar worthy. Go watch it if you haven't seen Joker. I don't care what people are saying about it. I don't care what anybody says about it. Go in there with an open mind and watch the movie. I promise you, critics and people are blowing this shit out of proportion. Go watch the movie. I'm not getting paid by them or nothing. Warner Bros. Not playing. I wish they would if they want to. Hey, send me a check. You know, hey, hit me with the contracts. Your boy's here. But listen, go see the movie. It's fantastic. I wouldn't tell you that, guys, unless I was dead ass serious. Just go watch it. Anyway, moving forward. So, again, I never thought a DC character would ever show up in a Mortal Kombat game. But then we got Joker in Mortal Kombat 11 as confirmed DLC, which is a very gritty, brutal game. If you guys play Mortal Kombat 11, you guys know how dark it is. So, again, anything's possible. But I just don't see Capcom allowing their players like Ryu, Chun-Li, especially some of their big titty women, Cammy, Laura, Mika. I mean, I just don't see any of these girls dying in horrific ways. I just don't see Capcom allowing that shit to happen for a lot of different reasons that I can go into. But of course, I'm sure you guys can use your brain and figure out why they're gonna allow some of this shit to happen. So I just don't see it happening. But maybe like I said earlier, maybe NetherRealm has a DLC character that they want to add to Street Fighter 6, such as Scorpion or Sub-Zero, or somebody who's not violent. Like, I mean, they're all violent, but maybe someone who they can make, you know, not do crazy. Like Sub-Zero would be easy to throw into like Street Fighter 5. You know, he can freeze people. You know, he doesn't. There's no blood. Like, there's a lot that they can do with Sub-Zero because he's based on ice. They can basically nerf that to where he's not a graphic character. You see what I'm saying? Same thing even with Scorpion. So they can do it. But again, I just don't see Street Fighter characters coming to Mortal Kombat 11, but I do see maybe Mortal Kombat characters showing up in Street Fighter 6. That makes more sense. Just like I see Mortal Kombat characters showing up in Smash Brothers around the corner. Smash Brothers already confirmed that there's another DLC pack on the way. Mortal Kombat also confirmed that there's a DLC pack too. So, I mean, I don't know. Again, I know that you guys want this to happen. It's for PS5, so maybe it is a new game entirely, which I'm speculating that it has to be a new game. But again, this could all be a troll. This could be just an image that was photoshopped and everybody was just, you know, just to get people hype again, you know, just to get people some cheer. Again, I don't know, but personally, I think I'm going with the first one here. I think that maybe they're going to take part in Street Fighter 6, maybe even add a DLC character over to Street Fighter 6. But we won't find out until PS5 is announced, which will probably be around E3 of next year, 2020. If this is a real thing, we'll know by then. Anyway, leave in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you think Ed Boon's just bullshitting? Or you think, hey, maybe this is real? Maybe this Street Fighter 6 is real. Maybe this Mortal Kombat X Street Fighter collab is real. I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, my name is Majestic, and I'll see you guys for another YouTube video very soon. Peace, people.